Hello, and welcome to our presentation video. We are Group 6 and we have chosen Maya Angelou as our prolific writer.
Hello everyone, my name is ASHVINI and I will be presenting on the biodata of the poet named Maya Angelou.
Hi, my name is Theresa and I will be presenting on Maya Angelou's life as a writer.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is NURLIN SHAHIRAH binti NORDIN and I will be presenting about famous works and achievements.
Hello, my name is Puteri and I'm from CHIT, so I will be presenting some of the reviews and the public reaction towards her literary works.
Maya Angelou was born on 4th April 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri. She and her brother lived with their grandmother in Arkansas after their parents separated. She attended George Washington High School and took dance and drama courses at the California Labor School. She graduated from Mission High School in 1944. Being an African American, Angelou faced racial prejudice and discrimination during her living in Arkansas. At the age of 7, she experienced a dark phase of her life whereby she was raped by her mother's boyfriend. Ever since the traumatizing experience, she became mute for 6 years throughout her teen days. After graduating from high school, she gave birth to her son, which she named Clyde Bailey Guy Johnson. Maya Angelou had to take up many jobs to support her small family. After several years, people started to recognize her written works and she became a very well-known literary figure both nationally and internationally. She was also active in giving many commandments speeches.
Here, on the pulse of this fine day, you may have the courage to look up and out and upon me, the rock, the river, the tree, your country, no less to Midas than the mendicant, no less to you now than the mastodon then. Here, on the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's eyes, and into your brother's face, your country, and say simply, very simply, with hope, good morning.
And she has received more than 30 honorary degrees, including an award from President Clinton and President Barack Obama. Maya Angelou died on 28th of May 2014 at the age of 86. In 2015, the US Postal Service issued a stamp with her likeness on it to honor her legacy as a prestigious figure in the world of arts. That is all from me. I will pass to my friend to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Maya Angelou's life as a writer actually began from a very early age. Throughout her childhood, she wrote essays, poetry, and even kept a journal. But it was during her return to Arkansas, when she was mute, that she actually developed her literature knowledge. She read the classics, such as William Shakespeare and Edgar Allan Poe. Aside from those, she read a lot of works from Black authors, such as Langston Hughes and Paul Laurence Dunbar. Over the years, Maya Angelou lived a very eventful life, but she only started writing around 1969 when she published her first book of her autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. But in terms of poems or poetry, her first book is actually the one titled Just Give Me a Cool Drink of Water 'Fore I Die in 1971, which received a nomination for the Pulitzer Prize. Many of her poems over time carry the depictions of Black beauty, the strength of women, and messages on social issues, such as regarding the Vietnam War. And her most well-known poems are actually the ones from the book And Still I Rise, published in 1978, which contains two of her most famous poems, Phenomenal Woman and Still I Rise. So the book contains a collection of poems which brings the messages of empowerment, race, and freedom. In an interview with George Plimpton, when asked about writing her works, she said, Once I got into it, I realized I was following a tradition established by Frederick Douglass, the slave narrative, speaking in the first person singular, talking about the first person plural, always saying I, meaning we, and what a responsibility. Trying to work with that form, the autobiographical mode, to change it, to make it bigger, richer, finer, and more inclusive in the 20th century has been a great challenge for me.
Next, for her famous works and achievements, Maya Angelou is known for her groundbreaking work, which is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings in 1969. As it became a bestseller and stayed on the New York Times paperback bestseller list for 2 years consecutively. The book was also nominated for the National Book Award in 1970 and was also listed as one of the most influential books in 2011 by the Time magazine. On the other hand, her most famous poem would be Phenomenal Woman, published in the year of 1978, carries the message of strength, self-empowerment, and confidence. It also highlights that beauty is not the most important factor of being a woman. Besides that, she also has achieved multiple awards over the years. For example, Maya Angelou was nominated in the year of 1977 for an Emmy Award for her portrayal of Kunta Kinte's grandmother in Alex Haley's television miniseries Roots. Other than that, she also received the Grammy Award, the Best Spoken Word or Non-Musical Album Grammy Award, the Best Spoken Word or Non-Musical Album National Medal of Arts.
Imagine me getting a Grammy. Imagine that.
The National Women's Hall of Fame, the Springer Medal, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
With her soaring poetry, towering prose, and mastery of a range of art forms, Dr. Angelou has spoken to the conscience of our nation. Her soul-stirring words have taught us how to reach across division and honor the beauty of our world.
And finally, she also received the Literarian Award, which is an honorary National Book Award for contribution to the literary community, and the Mailer Prize for Lifetime Achievement from the Norman Mailer Center in 2013 before passing away a year later.
Maya Angelou has written a number of great works throughout her career. One of her best-known works is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, an autobiography about her early years that was published in 1969. The autobiography begins with 3-year-old Maya and her brother being sent to live with their grandmother in Stamps, Arkansas. As she unfolds her childhood memories in this book, she touches on numerous issues she experienced as a child, such as sexual abuse, violence, and racism. Although this book is considered one of the most influential books and is widely read in schools, it is highly controversial because of the themes it portrays. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings faced 39 bans or public complaints since 1983. The complaints were mainly filed by parents who felt that the sexually explicit scenes depicted in the book, including rape and molestation, were too inappropriate for their children to read as part of the curriculum. There were also some reports made that says the book is anti-white and encourages homosexuality. Due to the controversies, middle school libraries in Huntington Beach restricted the book to students with parental permission only. However, a lot of schools continued to use the book as one of their reading sources for their English class. Even though this book is considered controversial, it has not stopped the public from loving it. In fact, in 1979, a film adaptation of the book was released and aired on Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS. Another masterpiece written by Maya Angelou is her poem titled Phenomenal Woman that was first published in 1978. This poem carries an empowering message of womanhood, self-love, and self-identity. By naming in each stanza the qualities she finds attractive in herself, she conveys the message of the importance of being comfortable in one's own skin and that our beauty is defined by ourselves and not by society.
Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see I said, oh, it's in the arch of my back. And now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk too loud. When you see me walking, it ought to make you proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hands, the need for my care, because I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's my mother and all your mothers. And then my grandmothers, and all your grandmothers, and my great-grandmothers, and your great-grandmothers, my great-great-great, and your great-great-great, and all you women here, and me.
This poem is positively received all over the world, especially by women, because the poem celebrates femininity in a refreshingly new light. Maya Angelou has inspired many women to embrace their femininity and beauty with this short poem. Although Maya Angelou experienced many painful events in her childhood, she decided to use her experiences to inspire women around the world through her poetry and books. In her timeless works, she always conveys a strong message about hope and faith. That is all for our presentation. These are our references for your own readings.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.